In his short reign as Manchester United manager, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer has been impressive in effectively every aspect. He's brought results and, crucially, performances. In addition to what's been seen on the field though, the Old Trafford legend has shown competence in other managerial areas too, such as trusting youth, fostering a welcome culture and making big decisions. Arguably the biggest decision the Norwegian has made so far involves Marcus Rashford, with the youngster currently starting every match as the team's lone striker despite big money signing Romelu Lukaku being fit and available for selection. Solskjaer has been adamant in his stance regarding Rashford, and Lukaku has had to make use of available minutes from the bench in order to make an impression. So, is Solskjaer justified in his faith in Rashford? The underlying numbers. When focusing on Rashford's underlying numbers since Solskjaer took charge, the answer is simply yes. When assessing whether strikers are performing using analytics, there are some generic areas that are focused on that paint an accurate picture, rather than simply focusing on goals. These are shots, touches in the box, expected goals, XG, and goals per 90. Rashford is averaging 3. .74 shots per 90 minutes in the league since Solskjaer arrived, and an indicator of a top-quality striker is to average over 3, so that's certainly a good start. For comparison, Mohamed Salah is averaging 3.29 and Harry Kane is averaging 3.22, although both players have played significantly more minutes. Regarding touches in the box, Rashford is again performing, with an average per 90 of 5. Again, to compare with Salah and Kane, the Egyptian averages 5.79 and the Spurs striker averages 3. .84. In terms of XG, which provides an insight into the chances that the players are receiving in front of goal. The 21-year-old's average per 90 under Solskjaer is 0.52. Salah's average this season is 0. .56, and Kane's is 0.5. And finally, goals. Rashford is averaging 0.83 per 90, compared to Salah's 0. .65, and Kane's 0.63. His figures are obviously strong due to the small sample size, as he's only played 433 league minutes under Solskjaer so far. However, the fact he's posting these numbers is promising, as they currently rival the league's best, and therefore justifies Solskjaer's faith in the young academy product. The tactically, Rashford is also a good fit for Solskjaer, largely due to his link-up play, his speed and his willingness to run. Dating back to his time at Molde, the former United striker has always been reliant on his striker to create depth on the pitch by consistently running in behind. Those penetrative runs stretch the opposing team, resulting in excessive space often forming behind Rashford. In such instances, players often have the option to play Rashford through or carry the ball into the space that he has created, as shown in the graphic below. Lukaku, on the other hand, is much more static as a striker. He doesn't make as many of those lively runs and instead prefers to act as a focal point for others to move around. Thus, he's less suited than Rashford to Solskjaer's narrow link-up play. It's reasonable to suggest that the combinations and high-tempo passing wouldn't thrive as much with Lukaku leading the line. Lukaku isn't technically bad, and labeling him as a target man simply due to his physical presence would be naive, but Rashford is certainly more active. Rashford's profile is simply more suited to Solskjaer's playing style than Lukaku's, and although the Belgian would still perform and contribute, it's unlikely he'd do so to Rashford's extent. His underlying numbers since the Norwegian took charge represent a top-quality striker, although it's still very early, and a larger sample size is needed to determine his output legitimately. Ultimately though, Solskjaer's biggest decision so far appears to be the right one.